Welcome this afternoon, Armchair Bikers TV. We're out on the road. We're going to do another exciting video for you, for the YouTubers out there. And to get this out of the way quickly, please subscribe, share, like, all that good stuff. Comment. Helps out the channel. We're trying to get to 2,000, so subscribe. We're getting close. So we're a little late on this video. This was supposed to be out on Sunday, but we had a couple family gatherings that we had to take care of. So anyway, that put us behind the 8 ball a little bit, but not a big deal. We put out a little announcement that we were going to be delayed on our Sunday video. So today we got a nice little warm day in April. Not too many of them, but the snow is somewhat gone. We got this warm day, so I figured I'd get out and I would take and give you a 4,000-mile update on the CF MOTO Adventura 650. I picked this bike up probably August of 24, and it's got 38 something, 39, so darn close to 4,000 miles. And I've never really done a video on it or told you about it. Just figured I'd put a bunch of miles on it. I bought it with 100 miles, and so we're just going to take a ride on it. We'll get some footage of it, and we'll talk about what I think about the CF MOTO Adventura 650. I know this isn't this model's no longer being made. So CF Moto's doing an IBEC 800 in their Adventure Series line. So they're doing, for 25, they're doing an IBEC 800, and they're doing the IBEC 450. So the 650 engine is not involved. They do have 24, the leftovers of these, some dealers, and some dealers have 24 leftover of the NK 650, which is this motor. But I think they've knocked their if I remember their lineup, they put their lineup to the Papio 125, then it goes to the NK 300, NK 400 or 450, NK 450. They do an SS 450, like a sport bike 450, and then they do the IBEC 450 and the IBEC 800, and I think they do an NK 800. So, and they might have an SS 450 too, like a sport bike 450. So they seem to be sticking with 125s, 300s, 450s, and 800s. Oh, and they do have a cruiser 450, a CL-C 450. So check that out. So go to CF Moto's website. I'm thoroughly impressed with this. We started out with a Papio 125. We put a bunch of miles on that, and then I picked up this and again put 4,000 miles on it. So I am just thoroughly pleased with this bike. I cannot complain at all, really. I mean, maybe some nitpicking stuff, but this bike has been nothing but 4,000 miles. Just, I haven't done a thing to it besides I've changed oil once on it. So it needs an oil change. And I've tightened the chain once, I think. Yes. I think I have. So, and we have, Spider, Breaker, Harley dude. So I've ridden this all over New York State. I've had 300-mile days on it, and if you go to the channel, watch some of the shorts of the Bearded Stick running around on his Rebel 1100 up in the woods, doing some trail riding on it with his knobbies. This is the bike that I had. This bike right here is what I had. I was going on all those same trails with him, and I got street tires. I got the original tires. This thing's stock. I've done nothing to it. So I was ripping right along with street tires on this, and just beating the snot out of this thing. And she just wanted more. So completely muddy. Rode it all winter. So it's seen salt, it's seen ice, and it has actually seen ice to the point where my driveway was a sheet of ice that I didn't realize when I took it out. And I got to a point where I have a little downhill on the driveway, and I was like, wow, I didn't realize it. I thought it was a little softer. It wasn't going to be a little more grippier, but it was hard packed ice. And I just stepped off this thing and sent her down the driveway on its side, on the ice. So she's got a few battle scars on the saddlebags, on the right side saddlebag. This mirror took a little bit of a shot. She's a little loose, but still holds position. But other than that, she just slid right out. I just stepped off it, let her go, and let her slide down the driveway. So, and but again, the TFT display is unbelievable for the price point on these. They were selling these things for around $5.50, $58, $59.99, and then they had got a rebate on them, so you could pick them up for $1,000 off. I think $49.99. Or one dealer had them on there. I do still see some leftovers in dealers, and I do see some used ones bebopping around. So, and people are asking, and they've only got a few. This one only had 100 miles on it. Guy got it, sort of didn't want to get back. One thought he wanted to get back in the ride, but didn't. And then I got his name, contacted him. He put 110 miles on it. I picked it up, and I'm pretty sure he just wanted like $3,800 for this thing. So I was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. And I was like, this is great. I want to see how the CF Motos, how they're doing, longevity. We had great luck with the Papio. So I was like, let's get this thing and try it out. And I'm telling you, I couldn't be more happy. $3,800, $3,850, somewhere around that range. But how can you go wrong? 100 mile an hour easily on the bike. Adjustable windshield. They got the adjustable windshield. You do it manually right down here. TFT display. 650 parallel twin. Comes with the saddlebags. Saddlebags are right back here. It's freaking stable as all get out. Performance is good on it, and handling. I mean, you can throw it through the twisties. You can ride it on. Like I said, we did two weekends up in Tug Hill, and that was dirt roads, trail ride, buttholes, and I had street tires on it, just tires that I have on it. So, and I'll probably put a picture in there of the muddy bikes, and you can watch the video of the bearded stick ripping on his Rebel 1100 with the knobbies on it and everything, going through the mud holes. And I was the camera chase. In fact, one scene where it's at night, he's in front of me just roosting this thing with rocks. And those are all shorts if you want to check them out on the channel. Those are fun to watch. They're not too long. They don't take up much of your time. So they turned out pretty good. But again, you can watch that one where he's at nighttime. I'm lighting him up with my headlight of this thing, and he's just roosting me. You can see the rocks bouncing off the windshield on this thing. So, but again, the gas mileage is 60 miles to a gallon. I mean, highway, if you're probably running her not wide, but if you're running 75, 80 on the highway, it's down to probably 55. But I'm getting 60 to 65 on like a rip like this, and you can slow down here, and I'll just go down to 20 some miles an hour. And that was second. There's 100. Oh. But I mean, how can you beat it? Plenty of performance. Gas is wow. I'm blanking on the gas. Maybe I'll have Bearded Stick put it in the gallons of the gas. I apologize about that, but I think it's 4 gallons. 4 gallons of gas, because I know I can do 200 miles on this thing, and still have gas left over. So, and I do apologize for blanking on how many gallons of gas it has. Yeah, so the seat height's, you know, in the 30 range. So it's not a real, not tall, super tall where you're at a 32, 33 inch seat height. Seat's comfortable. I've spent 300 miles in a day on this thing. The seat's hasn't given up. It's got, again, close to 4,000 miles. The foam on it is still good. The saddlebags work phenomenal. Holy, I mean, they are. I've got the BMW GS, and you've got to lock them every time or leave a spare key in there. These you can have locked or unlocked, and they're just once you learn how to use them, they're easy, but they're not. It takes a little bit of like, oh, this is how you do it. So somebody's not just going to come and take your saddlebags off. They're going to have to. They're going to fiddle with them for a while. So, yep. So, but yeah, we'll put her in this corner. I didn't really put it in that corner, but the cool thing about this bike is the bodywork. I'll find a spot to pull over here. We'll show you the bodywork. Your knees tuck in on this. I don't know if you can see that. Your knees tuck in, and you don't really get a lot of wind on your knees, and the heat comes out from the motor right here. So for a cold winter bike or cold riding winter bike, or like the fall days, the spring days, this thing is amazing. I did say to the bearded stick that I have an older Goldwing, a 1500 Goldwing, and I just said, this is just as warm, I think, as the Goldwing. And he's like, that can't be. And I'm like, you haven't ridden on a cold day. The Goldwing, you obviously have a bigger windshield and you get more wind protection up front, so you have like a more dead pocket here by the Goldwing. But what you get is you get wind that comes around and hits you in the back because you have no air here. So your back sort of gets cold on the Goldwing, but leg, feet, chest, all that, this thing protects you pretty good with this windshield. You get a little bit off the helmet, but amazing. And these little guys here sort of get it away from your hands. I'm wearing my typical gloves here, even though I probably don't need this, but I'm sort of protecting my fingers because I didn't. You can watch that video where we did 250 miles on the Navi, and I got some damage on the fingers. I got some frostbite damage on my fingertips, and I'm having a little trouble feeling the end of them from that trip. So but watch that video. That's 250 miles on a Navi. That's a cool video. So anyway, what else to say about this? You've got good wind protection. You've got good wind protection up front. You've got 650 performance. Again, it's not gonna, it's not a super bike, but plenty. 85 on the highway it's maybe 4,500 RPMs. So you're not doesn't seem like you're beating the snot out of it on the highway. You can cruise along. You've got saddlebags. The saddlebags come off easy. Like I said, when I find a place to sort of pull over, I'll show that to you. So I'll come into here, see if I can sort of find a place.
So there she is, the Adventura 650, and again, 650cc parallel twin. She's got on like the shock on the sort of mounted off to the right side of the bike, sort of like the Kawasaki Versa 650. Underslung exhaust on her, and again, street tires. These bad boys ran up in Tug Hill, running wide in the dirt. Headlight works phenomenal, I can tell you. So CF Moto has really done their homework. LED lights, LED directionals, and that's on all their bikes. I think they use those directionals on every one of them, because I had to order some for the Papio, and it was basically the same directional they use on the Papio. So here's the saddlebags. Try to do this, but you just push the button down, pop that open, and boom, and there it goes. And then you've got the Chad bags that they put on these. They have a little inner liner bag that you can buy, and then that comes out, so you can just leave your saddlebag on the bike and take all your gear with you. But again, push the button down. So if somebody comes up, if this isn't locked, if somebody doesn't know how to push that down, they just sort of look at it. They don't really know how to get into your bag, so it's kind of not too obvious that you need to push that down, pop that handle up, and then they really don't know what to do, whether you flip your hand under here to pop the door. So pretty cool design. I mean, obviously, to be completely safe, you would lock the saddlebag, but again, LED tail light. I'm going over the bike pretty quick because this isn't in a CF Moto. This isn't in a CF Moto lineup anymore, but you can see where I slid her down the driveway in the ice. Got a few little scars on there, and hit the driveway, and yeah. And I think I caught this on the little pavement that was in, so I will damage that a little bit. But yeah, she slid right down and wanted more. Just get your sight glass on that's what they're using on all their engines. They got the sight glass on there. So upside down inverted forks, ABS front and rear. That's what they're doing. And the adventure bikes, they're able to turn off the ABS, I think, in the rear or maybe altogether. But you've got adjustable suspension, compression, and you've got your spanner ring, you've got your adjustable for rebound and all that stuff on there. You got your clickers on your forks. So again, you get a lot. You get a lot on this. I'll come over to the TFT display here. So pretty cool. So you've got two modes. You got sport mode, and then this will turn to eco mode. So I pretty much run it in sport mode. I think maybe the throttle mapping is a little less abrasive, so I did run it on eco mode sometimes in the trail because it's sort of a little more, you don't have to, you blip the throttle and it's a little less responsive in the trails. So I did use that a couple times, and then it's pretty easy once you figure it out. Maybe you have to work it a few times, but push that, hold it, and then you're going down through this with your arrows. Get your arrows here, so you just push that button to go through, and then you've got your arrows, and your mode button is here. Directional, typical switch. Switches feel good. High, low beam, that kind of stuff. And then your four ways does have a four-way on it, and you've got your kill switch, but also your starter switch. So and the information here is pretty easy. Go down through the information. Once you toggle down through the down arrow, I guess you can hook up I'm sure there's an app you can hook up to that all too. So let's click on information. So you get your voltage, coolant temperature, warning and service, and then just hit the arrow back, little back arrow, and you go back to the information. And then to toggle down through your down button, navigation and telephone. I guess you can have an app or something like that. I have not done any of that. So again, they're using this TFT display on pretty much all their bikes. So I would assume that that all this is all the same on all the bikes, even in this year in 2025. And then push that, so you get units, connection, optional info 1, that. Brightness, so you can adjust the brightness, and then you get your trip meter reset, trip meter 2 reset, and time settings where you set your time on it. And then that's everything on that. Oh, language, reset all, and then that should be all. And then hit your arrow button to go back. You're back to that screen, and then you're back to that screen. So pretty easy, works pretty well. So other than that, and again, the windshield adjusts manually, so you just spin those, put it up or down. I've been leaving it pretty much in this same level here the whole time. It works perfectly. It blocks enough. For me, I know the Bearded Stick did ride this one time quickly, and he did say that it did hit his top of his helmet a little bit. Maybe his torso is a little longer than mine, but anyway, but not too bad. I don't think it bothered him too much. I found this thing pretty enjoyable. So this is cool. Your knees do stick like right inside here. So this thing's dirty because we had a couple rain rides in April. We had to do a couple couple rides out that we wanted to get going on, and so we took it out in the rain. And my pants were completely dry with your knees stuck in here. I got maybe a little bit on the outside of my pant leg, but your knees go in here, the heat comes out of here, so really, really well protected bike. And I'll see if I can do this one-handed. Just show you how quickly these bags come off. I did promise that, didn't I? Push that down, and then basically just pull the handle right up, and the bag comes off. And there she is without the bag on it. So simple as that. Carry the bag right into your hotel room. And then, let me see, pop that in there, bring it up. I'm doing this one-handed. Yeah, right there. Yeah. So it just goes on there, and then that little, boom, push that button down, and you're good. So there, it's back on. So I did that one-handed while filming. Probably not a very good job, but anyway, I'm gonna get back on the road, and maybe we'll film some more stuff on the road. And again, Armchair Bikers TV, please subscribe, share, like, comment, all that good stuff. And we'll just giving you an update on the CF Moto, just to my opinion on it, and with something with 4,000 miles on it. And again, I'd say that this company is doing a phenomenal job for the price, and you can't go wrong. So don't be afraid to go look at these and take them for a test ride. I know they're doing test rides on all the major events. We rode the Ibeck 800, and I know everybody's going to want to ride that 450 this summer when they come around. So and maybe some of the dealers are hooking up with test rides too. So all right, let's get back on the road, and I'll do a little more filming, and all right, and we'll catch you when we're on the road. Armchair Bikers TV. Let's do some parking lot stuff on this Adventure 650 Adventura. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Turning radius is really good. What, a space and a half? Is that quartz? Space and a half? There we go. All right. There's 70 miles an hour, 6th gear. Let's roll on this bad boy. See what we get. Adventure 650, 95 miles an hour. Woo-hoo. All day long you do this. 6,000 RPM. Yeah, I'm down to 65 miles an hour. Downshift to 5th gear. Roll on. There's 80, 81. Shifted to 6th gear. We got 90. Yeah. Good performance. Good performance out of a 650 parallel twin. And again, any questions, comments, leave us a comment. If you got some questions about the bike, something I didn't cover, something I messed up on, this video sucks, the video's good, leave a comment. Armchair Bikers TV. Peace. See you on the next video.